also experienced in past is the monkey that wants to find meaning. And there's meaning, but when it's too analytical, when it gets too story, and then I find myself boxed into a story. And then sometimes the gift in moments, especially when life is of such magnitude, it allows the I in which I am to be and hold a greater space.
Well, as you were talking about the meaning making, yeah, I really, really wanted to talk to that because I think the meaning making is as an absolutely universal human thing. We're at one level, our brains are sort of meaning making machines. Everything that happens, we're like, what does this mean? What is this telling me about the world? And it's a really useful ability. It's this kind of the ability of a tracker. It's like, it's really what made us human, I think, at the start when we started to be able to look at the hoof prints of deer on the African savannah and say, what does that mean actually? And we start to get answers like, oh, actually what it means is that the deer were heading in that direction. And if I walk over there, I might be able to find the deer. That was the moment we went from being kind of just like all the animals, just living in the present moment and just soaking it all in, to sort of bringing in that monkey mind and saying, what is that? What, maybe I could set a trap if I know where it's going to be, or if I start to work out the meanings, I can start to project myself into the future and I can piece together a past. And there's this incredible double-edged sword that not only empowered us to make all kinds of wonderful creations and prophecies about the future and fruitful collaborations and things, but it also opened the door to mental illness. It meant we could start to use, it was the birth of imagination, really. We could start to use our imagination and our meaning making to hurt out, to wound ourselves and create horrible nightmares. So the meaning making process is always there. And sometimes it's really helpful, actually. Lots of therapy sessions will spend a bit of time helping people to make meanings. And it's like, okay, yeah, let's find out what your meaning making mind is saying about this. So, and then maybe I'll speak to that and offer some slightly bigger stories or some slightly more compassionate stories. But sooner or later, we have to go beyond the stories. We have to go beyond the meaning making. We have to come back into the heart and the presence and experiencing this distress in this now moment, because that's where real healing and real presence and where life actually occurs. But the meaning is an important part. We want to honor that, but we just want to make sure my kind of rule of thumb is um, my principle is the purpose of all stories is to point beyond themselves. So if the meaning making in the end takes us beyond it, beyond the story itself, takes us back into presence, back into the body, back into consciousness and awareness and compassion, then great, it's done what it's supposed to do. But it's supposed to empower us and inform us, these stories and this monkey mind that makes meaning. It's not supposed to be in the throne, so we need to make sure it's pointing beyond itself
So
and
it's
not.
yeah. Sorry to cut you off there.
Mm,
Yeah, what I'm hearing is that's the trigger, hey, is to notice when the meaning is there or when that meaning mind is there. If it's generating more thought that's keeping one within the thought, then we know like, oh, actually this meaning mind is on overdrive. Oh, that's good information. Oh, that's when I know to not fall into that right now.
exactly.
That's my trigger or my indication to know that I know that this isn't actually leading me back to myself right now. I don't need to pay too
Exactly.
much attention to this. Can still be
Lovely.
there, can still be there, but then shifting and paying attention to what I'm paying attention to.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Something
Mm,
like it's the quality of the story, or it's the feeling
yeah,
that it evokes in me. Where does it take me to?
totally.
If it feels like a trap story that's disempowering me and making me life feel more fraught, then I know, okay, this is a story system that's become separated from grace and from life, and we need to find a way in to let some more air in. But if my stories have the breath of life in them, they are filled with grace and inspiration, then okay, yeah, beautiful. Now I can trust that they're taking me where I need to be.